everyone. I hope you all are doing well when you find this recording. So, we have prepared a web search engine based on the concepts that we have learned during the semester amongst the advanced computing concept. So, we are the team member of 4 people. As you can find the name and ID numbers on the slide. Abhinav Mehta, Divyesh Saraf, Karan Rawal, and Varinder Babool. Uh, Whatever we have developed is all under the guidance of our professors. So without wasting any more of the further time, I'll begin with the presentation. All right, so I'll start with an overview of the entire project that is developed. So this PPT is divided in majorly 7 parts, followed by the introduction, and then we have a working demo of the web search engine. We'll have some brief about the concepts that we have used to develop the entire project. Then one of my teammates will present an entire working demo of the module, uh, followed by all the functionalities we have honed the project with. We also have a column like future scope where we are going to discuss about what are the advanced methodologies that we can add to this project so that we can increase the scope in the coming future. And at the end, we'll have the conclusion, which summarizes the whole project, followed by the references that were really useful and significant to develop this project. Okay, so let's start with what actually is web search engine. So just to make it simple, it's just a software program that is used for searching something just exactly like Google. The different part is that we have developed it using Java, and it's basically takes some textual input as a from the end user, and it will go search the same in the World Wide Web in the methodical manner for specific informations. Generally, the search results are displayed in the UI, and there are ways to format the search results. We have like links to the online sites, photographs, videos, infographics, etc. uh, the best example, as I said, is Google, Yahoo, Bing, and many other. So this is what a web search engine is. Now if we talk about the working of our project, it's basically comes with 5 components. The web crawling, this is the heart of the project that does most of the task, followed by the HTML to text. So basically it goes to the, like as I explained priorly in the introduction, it will go and search the stuff through the www. We'll have the inputs in the form of HTML over there, right? So this way it's gonna be converting the same HTML to the text, followed by the pattern searching. So what that is, like we have a certain pattern entered by the end user. So that is what is covered under that component, searching that specific pattern. Page ranking is something that we often find in the web platforms like Google. Like for example, you search for any keyword hello, and it will list you a certain number of page at the top. So page ranking is one or the other algorithm which decides which pages to come at the first. And then we have one more component that we have added to this project is the spell check. So just to brief it up, spell check is something that if a user enters something incorrectly, it will let the user know that you have entered a misinformation or something that's not correct, and the possible correct information to the keyword that you have entered is this. Let's say, for example, if someone by mistake misspells the word Java, and that way they can the project will suggest them a better version. So this was just a brief introduction of all these components. So further going, my teammates will explain each component in detail. So here are the concepts that we have used mostly for developing the whole concept. JSOUP library plays a very vital role for our project. It's used for web crawling, HTML file to text files. Both of these functions play, as I said, web crawling plays the heart of the project. So JSOUP library is the main function, main library that we have used for most of the searching and convert to text. To collect more information from the URL, Java regex is a really important part. We have we have configured the regex to fetch the information in the form of HTTPS websites, and then we can process the outputs of these URL information that is collected. And all the details, as I mentioned, are stored in the hash maps, which you can find on the screen, that it says it's used to store the page details. And finally, to search the words, we are using the TST algorithm that's ternary search tree. So we'll have more of these details in the further topics. So from here, we'll have an individual brief explanation of each and every component. So my teammate Abhinav Mehta will take charge from here, and he will try to explain the concept for web crawler, and followed by one more component. So Abhinav, over to you.
Hi, thank you, Karan. As Karan explained, like we have used various concepts in our search engine. So I would like this opportunity to explain what web crawler is and how the web crawler works. So explaining about the crawler, we can think like web crawler is just like someone who goes through all the books in a disorganized library and puts together a card catalog so that anyone who visits the library can quickly and easily find the information they need, like to help to categorize and sort the library books by topic, so that it's easy for the organizer and the user to locate where the books are. In a similar way, web crawler, what it does is uh, uh, web crawler just index the content from all over the internet. It scan all the web pages on the web, and it's all about the information that can be retrieved from those web pages. And then after crawling the web pages, it will store all the information in HTML pages and download all the HTML files to a local library. And then for all the web crawling part, we have used the Java JSON library. And next component of our search engine was to convert all the downloaded HTML files to the text files. So in order to convert all the HTML files to text files, we have used the JSON jar file, which will convert all the HTML files and remove HTML tags from those files and convert it to the plain text. And that plain text file will be used as an input further for the other components in order to properly functioning of our search engine. And over to you now, Divyesh.
Thanks, Abhinav. Uh, from now here onwards, I'll take the charge and let you know, guys, that what is the pattern matching is. So in pattern matching, what we have to do is the data which is being generated will be converted into the words. Basically, the TST algorithm, as told by Karan, is used in the pattern matching. Once all the data we have, a user will ask to input a word to search. So here we will do is like the user inputs the word, and if the word is present in the particular file, it will show all the details of the files which are present. So let me tell you that how TST actually works. So as the name suggests, the ternary search tree basically generates three things. The first thing is the each node, which comprises of a single character and an object and pointer of all three childrens. The ternary search tree has a three childrens, which we call as a high, low, and a middle child. So from here, by the live demo, you guys will be able to understand the things what actually a pattern search do. So from here, we'll go for the live demo, which will be demonstrated by Divyesh Saraf.
Okay, just to interrupt here, Varinder, before we go for the live demo, I'd like to complete the page ranking, as that is something that is needed to provide the brief before we proceed with the demo as the VH goes. So yeah, so what page ranking is, like as I explained priorly, page ranking is all about like sorting the pages that we have found on the basis of certain criteria. So over here, we have used the occurrences as one of the vital criteria for deciding which page ranks top five. Um, we have bifurcated the whole sorting system, and we have just displayed the top five pages as per our code design. What it does is, like, let's say for example, the user enters a keyword named Python to search and across the World Wide Web, and there are certain like 15 or 20 pages that shows the occurrences of Python. Like some page has like 20 occurrences, some page has 50, some has 100. So what we'll do is we'll sort this up on the basis of the occurrences, like, and we'll list all the top 5 occurrences which holds the most number of the keyword Python. So let all the top 5 pages which has the most occurrences will have the top 5 rank. This was what page ranking is all about. Now spell check will also be explained by one of my teammates before we proceed to the live demo. So Divyesh, can you hear us?
Thank you, Karan. So here I'll explain what spell check is. And so basically this features is implemented to handle the wrong word. So suppose if a user has praised a wrong word into the application, so it will suggest user based on the dictionaries that we have maintained in our system. It will suggest user a word that can be found in our application. For example, suppose if a user has typed the wrong spelling of a Python, then in our application we have used the edit distance algorithm. It will find the distance of that wrong word with the correct word, and if the correct word is found in one of our text file, then it will search and it will suggest the user the correct word that can be searched in our system. So let's move on, and now let's see the live demo of our application. So okay. So here let's start with the live demo of our application. So before I start, I would like to mention the dependencies that we have used here. So for the dependencies, we have used these 3 jar files, the JSoup jar file that will be used for the purpose of extracting HTML pages from the web, and then we have used text processing jar file, and from here we have used TST algorithm to find the words into the text files. Now, so these are the dependencies we have used, and apart from that, we have also used edit distance algorithm, which is also being used as part of dependency. So now let's begin with the live demo. Okay, so let me run the application. So as you can see here, we have 3 options. The first option is when the user can write the URL from where they want to search the text. Second is the default option, and the third one is exit. So let's first test the second option, which is a default option. So if I press 2, then it will proceed with the default options. So as you can see, the crawling has started for Java T point, which is our default options. So for the purpose of this presentation, we have kept we have set the crawling as 100, so that because Java T points are having more than 1500 URL on its front page, so we want to keep it short. So let's wait for the crawling to complete. So as you can see, the crawling is running and it is fetching the URL hyperlinks from the javatpoint.com. So let's wait for crawling to finish. Is it still running? So basically with this crawling in parallel, our application is also converting and downloading text from the web, and it is storing those texts in the form of text file. So now as you can see that the crawling has completed, and below these are our text, these are the web page which has been downloaded to our local system. So let's first check the web pages which are being downloaded. So here you can see the web pages which are being downloaded. So let me first refresh the system. So yeah, here you can see all the web pages which are being downloaded, and their corresponding text file are being stored into this local folder. So now let's proceed and search the word under this text file. So let's first search the word Java. So as you can see, the Java word is found under all this text files, and we have also implemented the functionality of finding out the top pages which contain the Java word. So as you can see, these are the 5 top pages which contain the word Java. So now the another functionality that we have implemented is that if a user has entered a word which is not correctly spelled, then our application will give the suggestions. So let's give some wrong words. Let's give maybe wrong spelling of Python. So the application is suggesting and finding out the similar words, because Python is not the accurate word. So as you can see, the application has suggested the correct word Python. So let's now use the correct word. So as you can see, the similar functionality has been run for the word Python as well. So that is all for the live demo. And now I would like to hand over to Varinder to take this presentation forward.
Thank you so much, Divyesh, again. And from here, I would like to take a charge and let you know, guys, that what would be the future scope. As there's a short period of time, so we are not able to present in a graphical user interface. So setting up a graphical user interface for the search engine will definitely help the people. And another thing is, like, we can store all the results into a relational database. Instead of using the hash maps, we can use the storage all the results into a database, which will be beneficial for everyone, and as well as the faster as well. So as well, the whole application can be scalable into the cloud. We can use as AWS or Azure, or we can use the Google one, like Firebase and everything, etc. And after that, in the last, I would like to conclude the things that what we have achieved so far. So we have successfully created a web search engine in Java. We have utilized the concepts of JSoup libraries and the TST, as well as the edit distance, as Divyesh told you about the suggestions which were given. We used the edit distance algorithm, and as well as the URL. All the information about the URL was done with the help of Java regex. So we have implemented a couple of tests as well using the JSoup library in Java. And of course, it provides an accurate output by sorting and searching and by using the database like hash maps. So at last, I would like to thank Dr. Alkhateeb sir and Mahdi Firoozjaei's lectures, which were given and taught to all the classes which were being presented by the University of Windsor. And I would like also include the Java T point, from where we have learned about the JSoup tutorial as well. At last, I would like to introduce my team again, and with the contribution, what were the every single person have been contributed towards this project. So we had a success. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.